All right, ladies and gentlemen. Son of a bitch. Okay, there we go. All right, sorry about that fucking mic. God, I hate technology. Welcome to the Unorthodox Podcast. As you know, my name is Evan Brennan, and happy Halloween, ladies and gentlemen. We had some sketches planned, but as I am a busy guy, it's hard. Who can guess what I am? You don't need to. I'll tell you. I am definitely not FBI plan Andrew Tate. Yeah, because the FBI would never entrap people like that. Never, ever. They've never done it. They never will do it. They're a perfectly, what's the word I'm looking for?
Sound organization.
Sound organization that would never entrap American citizens ever, especially when there's not like 60 of them versus 12 of them, and they vote on trying to kidnap Kamala Harris. And most of us vote we want to do this, and then they arrest 12 guys. That actually fucking happened. I don't know if you remember the Kamala Harris thing when she was going to get, they arrested some guys, she was going to get kidnapped. It was the Proud Boys, I think. It was an FBI entrapment thing. Oh, super illegal. All right. You saw him, Mr. Lumberjack, Matthew Hill, and I just gave away your costume. Son of a bitch. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I forgot my axe.
He is Matthew Hill. He is. I am. Yeah. And you are a lumberjack.
Yep.
All right.
Born and bred.
So, as I said today, Halloween special. We are going to do our normal 5 in the... I'm taking these fucking glasses off. Oh my god. Yellow pieces of shit. All right. So, we are going to do our normal 5 in the chamber stories. And it's really hot in here, too. So, double leather jacket and this.
Sorry, I'll leave.
Oh, hey man. Hey man. No need. We're going to do our normal 5 in the chamber. Then we're going to do some spooky news stories. Spooky. And also, big announcement at the end of the show. Stick around. Don't just skip to it. I promise you it's going to be big. Big announcement. All right. As I said, my name is Evan Brennan. You can follow the show on X, Instagram, TikTok, at the Unorthodox Pod. That's the email. Tech guy, that's the email. Put the bottom one. There you go. Yes, you can follow us at Unortho Bros. You can email me if you got any questions. Tips for the show. You want to give me some shit. I'm bald. I got a shitty little beard and I got some boobies growing on me. You can send that email to theunorthodoxpod@gmail.com. Guy sitting to my left here, his Instagram is matthew.hill.1028. We had some tech problems, so that's probably not coming on the screen. It might. I'll probably put that in post. So, yeah, the teleprompter is really for us. I don't know why I yelled at you to do that, tech guy. I'm sorry. Yeah,
what is
sitting? Yeah, I know, I suck. Sitting off screen is, oh my god, it's hot in here, boys. Oh, stupid FBI jacket. Well, that costume lasted about 5 minutes. My original plan was to, I was going to be Andrew Tate still, but I was going to wear a wig and 2 grapefruits. I was going to be
Transgender Tate.
Transgender Tate, yes. Transgender Andrew Tate for you folks who didn't, because I have what it takes to do that.
Little man booby action. Yeah, so, where the fuck are we? I don't know. So we got our emails, we got the socials. Those will all be in the bio, if not on the screen. All right, let's get to our 5 in the chamber. We'll definitely have a stinger for those. All right, our first story. As the United States continues its Roman-esque decline and continued weakened stance on the global stage, our enemies feel emboldened. And China, in response to a threat assessment from Washington, said that those who pray with fire shall perish by it. The report also states that China will achieve nuclear parity with the United States by the mid-2030s. The Pentagon cautions, however, that this isn't a cause for concern, as China's nuclear missiles are at least twice as small as Americans. The Unorthodox Podcast reached out to the Pentagon to ask for proof of this claim, and they said that they would, but it's really cold in here. We are a mature show here. No, nothing bad. Want to read this one, Matthew? Sure. A man who lost his lower jaw to a grizzly bear attack in Montana last month is ready to return to the wilderness, and that he is ready for round 2. When reached for comment, the bear, who wished to remain anonymous, said that foreplay was his idea. Think of a better punchline.
Fuck you. That was a note. Yeah, so, some of these are recycled from last week. The reason the show was late is because, we had it all recorded. It was all good. It was fun. It was just me on here. But the mic wasn't plugged in. 45 minutes, mic wasn't plugged in. I was looking for the sturdiest noose hanger. It was rough. So, yeah. And thank you for ruining that. Ruined the barrier. I knew I wanted to go the bear sex / bear rape route, but I just couldn't figure out how to get there. I wanted to do a Timothy Treadwell
joke. You know who that is?
I do not.
Bear Man. It was this big documentary. Werner Herzog is the one who made it. This crazy motherfucker, like, lived in the wilderness with bears. He fed bears. He hung out with bears. And then him and his girlfriend went out to, they went out and camped, and they both got eaten alive by bears.
Jesus.
It's pretty brutal. Like, he listens to the audio.
Oh my God.
He listens to the audio, and he's like, "You must never show this to anyone." And but it's kind of funny, is the thing. Because what moron is like
eaten by bears?
What moron is like, "Hey, honey, you want to go on a camping trip?" "Oh yeah, sure. Where are we going?" "Alaska." "Oh, we're just staying at a hotel?" "No, we're going in the wilderness on a game trail right at the end of hibernation season. When they're the hungriest. And hope we don't get killed." All right.
Sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, the girlfriend's the only one I feel bad for in that situation. Yeah, when I find my Mrs. Right, first thing I'm going to ask her is, "Want to go on a bearcation?" All right. Next one. A 104-year-old woman is thought to have become the oldest skydiver in the world after her jump last week. We have no video for that. I fucked up. The Chicago resident named Dorothy Hoffner first started skydiving when she was 100 years old. She left her walker on the ground before boarding the plane, and upon making her historic landing, was quoted as saying, "Why? Why didn't it work? I thought it would work. I just want to die. Everyone I know is dead. Please just let me die. Why would a merciful, loving God allow this? Man was not made to live this long. The darkness of oblivion would be preferable to this decaying flesh prison. Please have mercy and release me from this mortal plane." So congratulations to her. We could all only hope to make it that far. Just truly, truly inspiring stuff. All right, Matthew?
It's a little monologue. Sounded like me on a Tuesday morning.
No, I meant to do the next one, but that's good too.
Yeah. Just making
You need to talk about anything?
making a joke.
You need to talk about anything?
No, it's, I have someone for that.
All right, fair enough. I do too, but it's kind of me in a mirror.
Yeah, okay.
And ChatGPT.
Yeah, okay.
Talk to that computer demon thing. All right, you're up. Read this one.
All right. The Biden administration has announced that it will be requesting $100 billion in aid for Ukraine and Israel. The president says that he knows it's difficult to hear given the many economic struggles faced by Americans, but that they can prepare for this by turning around and bending over. He said this as he was shaking a bottle of lube.
Now, he's a gentle lover, that Biden. He falls asleep quite fast, though.
The lube is a nice touch. It always is.
Thank you. All right. A new trend has recently been popular with Gen Z on TikTok and other social media platforms. It is called silent walking and involves walks without listening to music or podcasts. And we got a clip for that in video.
Quite the clip it is.
Yep, quite the clip. Quite the clip, and we'll hear it. Go to video.
Oh, okay.
We need the video. Video. It's the first one. Remember, it's zigzag.
My sweet boyfriend challenged me to walk without distractions.
Have you ever chosen to do a silent walk? Usually you'll whack on a great playlist or podcast when you're on a casual stroll. But silent walking is the latest trend as dubbed by TikTok creator Maddie Mayo. And it's pretty much exactly what it sounds like.
No AirPods, no podcast, no music, just me, myself, and I.
Apparently it works wonders for your body and mind and can reduce anxiety.
All right. Scientists say it may have physical as well as mental health benefits, but stress that the same benefits can be achieved by putting shapes in the correct hole. I know we're not going to show that picture, but it was one of those little shapey things. Pause that. There we go. Sorry. We'll edit that out, but yeah. However, wow, that was awkward. So, yeah, that kind of buried the lead there. So, I have a better idea for, silent walking. This one can apply to men and women, but let's face it, men do it a lot more. I think it's something we all need to take more time with, and we all just need to take in better. Weston, roll clip. Tech guy, roll clip. We'll edit that out.
So lately, there's this new trend that's been going around TikTok and Instagram Reels called quiet walking, and it's interesting, but I think I have a better idea. Silent masturbating. It's like normal masturbating, but without porn, without candles, lube, nothing crazy like that. And I just think it has a lot of mental and physical health benefits.
The mental benefits are really there.
Yeah, so I think that's something we can all achieve. Yeah, go ahead and take that other one off. And just hide it. Go down to hide. Yeah, there you go. He's learning. All right. Excuse me. That was our 5 in the chamber. So now let's go to our 5 spooky news stories. Woo! All right. A new report from NASA states that in the event of a massive coronal mass injection or solar flare, they would only have about 30 minutes to warn the planet. Luckily, we have a clip of what that might look like. Videos. Yeah. Yeah, and that one, yeah. Yeah, so that was from the movie Knowing with the great and honorable Nicolas Cage. That's not at all what it would look like. The movie took some serious scientific liberties there. Basically, what would happen is if it hit Earth, like the Carrington event was one, like, I don't know how many years, like a couple hundred years ago. If that were to happen today, it would wipe out, like, all, like, tech, everything. So, you know, in the spirit of Halloween, I think I should explain this. You know, you're just sitting there, and you hear on your phone, they prepared us for this a couple weeks ago. You hear your phone, ding, 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 coronal mass injection. This will be the last message you hear from the government of the United States. It turns off. Everything's off. Everything you've ever known, every camera, every phone, every car, it's all gone. In a second, society is reduced to the Stone Age. And then comes night. You sit in total darkness, no phone. All you hear is your own heartbeat. And
Sounds
wait.
like a lot of silent masturbation.
Wait for their marauders to try to rape and kill you and your family. Next story, Matthew.
Russia has announced that they have rehearsed its ability to conduct a massive nuclear strike. This comes on the heels of the Kremlin putting out of the nuclear test ban treaty, announcing that they will not inform the U.S. or its allies of any future nuclear tests. In the spirit of the spooky season, we have found a clip of just what the future might hold on that front.
Yeah, then it's just the next one to the left. Should have really long. Wait for the mushroom cloud. Hold on.
There's the soundbite working. Everything's good.
Alright, you kill it.
When you pull the bloody area out, get the soundbite working.
Yeah, so that was from the movie Threads. During the 80s, there was a bunch of like old like nuclear war movies, like kind of fictionalizations of them, and Threads is legitimately one of the scariest movies I have ever seen. Like, right, more scary than any horror movie, because it's takes place in Britain, obviously, but it's like this family going through like a nuclear war, just something about war with Iran or something like that. God, that's not at all relevant. No, but it's genuinely terrifying. Then they go like 3 years in the future and what society is like. There's a scene with a stillborn baby. Yeah. All right, Matthew, you're up.
All right.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah. Prominent Trump supporter Douglas Mackey has been sentenced to several months in prison. Mackey was first charged back in March for a conspiracy against rights charge, or in layman's terms, sharing memes
The ruling
powers don't like.
Yeah, so that one is politically terrifying, not just existentially, because this guy really didn't do anything. If you look into it, yeah, on January 6th, there were some jackasses who probably should do some time. Not the time they were doing, like, years for what amounts to trespassing. And then you see people, even like in these past protests over Palestine, they're storming the Capitol building. They're filling it, and they say it themselves. But, you know, rules for thee, not for me. But yeah, look this up. Douglas Mackey, he was jailed for sharing memes, and they were jokes like, hey, Democrats, you guys vote on Wednesday, each year a new rule, which, you know, some people may say, okay, that's illegal. Problem is, there's a lot of Democrats who did the exact same thing. Like, hey, Trump supporters, I'm one of you now. You got to text this number to vote. Which I couldn't find that clip, but I know it exists. Find it. So yeah, that's terrifying. Not at all getting to, Soviet communist territory. All right. After a series of attacks against U.S. troops by known Iranian-backed terrorist groups in the past week. Experts are warning of a possible war. Video. It's going to be fun in post-production. Should it be the next, yep, to the left, right, to the right, up. There you go.
Meanwhile, Hezbollah's leader meeting with top officials from Hamas and the Palestinian Islamic Jihad earlier today, as the Israeli Air Force says it conducted airstrikes in the West Bank and Syria overnight. Joining me right now is Center for American Security co-chairman, Fox News contributor, and former national security advisor to Vice President Mike Pence. He is the author of War by Other Means, a General in the Trump White House. Lieutenant General Keith Kellogg back with us. Lieutenant General, good to see you. Thanks very much. Give us your reaction to Trey's report.
Yeah, good morning, Maria, and thanks for having me. I think he's right on the spot. And what he's talking about primarily, let's look at Hamas and the Gaza Strip right now. I think what the Israelis are doing, which is smart, is they're actually preparing the battlefield for an invasion eventually into Gaza by ground troops, which is going to be really hard. And they're probably training up for it. There's a huge training facility in the southern desert in Israel called Zelim. It's about a 600-building facility.
The worry stems from the possibility of Hamas getting involved in the Israel conflict. If Hamas, which currently has 150,000 rockets directly pointed at Israel, were to involve itself in the conflict, it would undoubtedly force a response from the United States, which would force a response from Iran, which could possibly drag Russia into the conflict, which brings us back to... All right, that one, yep. One thing I will criticize a lot of people on the right with, it's that we kind of had this, excuse me, weird dichotomy. Some people are like, we shouldn't be involved in any foreign wars. At the same time, Biden is making the world a less safe place. The second one is true. The first one isn't. They can't, what am I trying to say here? Like, they can't, if you say the world is a less safe place because of Biden, you can't also want to pull back to World War II isolationist America. It doesn't work like that. We have a role to play on the world stage, unfortunately. But that's just the way it is. If we pull back, China, Russia, Iran, these guys pull in. It sucks, but it's what we got to do. Yeah, I don't know. I was kind of upset when the Supreme Court got rid of the student loan whole thing. Which, logically, I was like, okay, that's probably good. People shouldn't pay off my loans for my stupid decisions. But I am glad, though. Biden's making a workaround. Just, give every male the GI Bill. Can't wait for that draft. It's going to be a fun one. That joke sounded better. Well, it didn't sound better in my head. I knew where we were going to go. We're getting better, folks. Remember, I have 2 more shows. Get better. I said 5 shows. I get good at this. You have 2 more shows. All right. You want to read this last one?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Authorities in Florida say that they have killed an alligator that, according to them, contained human remains. Authorities have said that the alligator was put down humanely, knowing Florida's track record.
That last video. I'm going to make a soundboard. No.
Anyone want some gator nuggets?
Ooh, all right. Oh, that was brutal.
It's pretty rough.
That was rough. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and how do you humanely put down an alligator? You're not going to walk up with a little shot. It's like, hey, buddy, like you're putting down a senior dog.
It's not a massive chainsaw.
We're going to give you a little shot and you're going to sleepy by it. No, you walk up to that thing with a gun and you shoot it in the head. There's no way to humanely put down a 17-foot-long giant murderous lizard. I don't know. I like Florida, though. All right. That was our 5 spooky news stories. And when we get good at this, we will have stingers for that. So, I don't know. We'll see some bats and Halloween stuff pop up everywhere. Like, oh. All right. We have a big announcement. Matthew, hit it. We here at the Unorthodox Podcast are proud to be a part of the political stage, to comment on what really matters to Americans. There are some candidates out there who do not care about the average American, who do not care about your issues, your problems that you face. You are a number to them. If Donald Trump or Ron DeSantis or Joe Biden saw you get hit by a bus, they'd walk across you on the street of Amendment, get to their next, speech faster. They don't care about you, but there is one who does. There is one candidate out there who cares about you, who will look you in the eye when he shakes his hand, who will sit down with you and have a beer. And he'll tell you it's all right, man. He'll tell you your son will get in that baseball game one day. And by God, we are going to support him. And we here at the Unorthodox Podcast will see to it that he gets into that White House. So, put that by the mic. We at the Unorthodox Podcast are officially endorsing Doug Burgum. Yes. So, we here, as I said, at the Unorthodox Podcast, are prepared to feel the bird. The bird momentum is here, and it is here to stay. You're going to feel that hot, sweaty bird right up your bird. Matthew, you got any bird puns?
Just a nice little iceberg right behind you.
Iceberg. That iceberg's going to sneak up right behind you. You won't know he's sneaking up behind you. He'll put his hands on your shoulders, and you will feel his big, thick, masculine bird all up inside of you. In this country needs a bird inside of it. It needs a Burgum, and we are going to make sure that happens. You know what would be hilarious? This is clearly serious and not at all a joke. If he actually, the reason Trump got elected in 2016 is because, no one really took him seriously. They thought, oh, look at that crazy guy, he's so ridiculous, but everyone paid attention to him. And so he was able to sneak right in. We're going to make that happen, Doug Burgum. We're going to make that happen. Do I know what any of his policies are? No. Did I even know he existed before this election? No. Do I know what his polling numbers are? No. Have I met the man? No. But, by God, God is my witness. Doug, if you want to be in the show, we will get you on the show. If you want 5 more voters, which I bet is more than you have now, we will make it happen. Doug Burgum, all right. Burgum, 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 Burgum. All right. So that was the Unorthodox Podcast. Please, everyone, go enjoy the spooky season. Actually, first, let's do the socials. As I said earlier, you can find me at Unorthobros on X, Instagram, and unfortunately TikTok. Nothing's posted yet. Will be after the show. You have anything for the show. You have, tips. You have some funny things that might be funny. You have tips on how to get Doug Burgum elected. If you are Doug Burgum, because you probably don't have, a lot of stuff to do. You're probably watching this. You can email to get on the show, theunorthodoxpod@gmail.com. We love you, Doug. We miss you, Doug. We want you to come back. The kids miss you. The dog misses you. Please, come home.
The tortoise misses you.
The tortoise misses you. You'll see him one day. I have some segments planned for him. The guy sitting to my left, his Instagram handle is Matthew.hill.1028. All of those will be in the description. Go out and enjoy the spooky season, people. Halloween only comes around once a year. It's the only chance, it's like one of the 15 chances a year you get to see drunk white women dress sluttily and claim, goddamn, some Halloween costumes are offensive. Not even in a moral sense. Oh my god, that light isn't on. I just realized. Well, half of our lights aren't on. That's cool. No, but a couple years ago, this girl I know, it doesn't matter. Sorry, I'm talking to my tech guy. She was the Joker, and her Joker was a hot pink jacket, light green hair with lightly white powder face, and bra clear. He's like, I'm the Joker. No, you're a slut. I mean, just some are offensive. I've seen women out there and men who go all out to okay, that's pretty cool. A chick was dressed as Shrek one year, full makeup, the whole costume. I was like, see, that's respectable. That's Halloween. Last year I was Pitbull. I was Andrew Tate. Year before that I was I was an FBI agent. I actually went into character Royce Mitch Flanagan. I got really into character. I kicked the sweetest guy I know. He's so cool. Carter Hoffman, you know him. I roundhouse kicked him in the chest into the wall. Because it was a character, Royce Mitch Flanagan. He's a first-generation Irish immigrant who killed his brother, who's in the IRA. No, he killed his father. He killed his father, who's in the IRA. And now his arch nemesis is his brother, who's in the Irish Mafia. Who are you? What have you dressed up in for Halloween?
I've been a ninja for multiple years.
Multiple years?
Multiple years. One time...
you like vaginas?
I do. Yep.
Interesting. What else? What's your favorite Halloween costume? That you dressed as, of course.
I guess the most creative would probably be I just put a big M on my shirt, and
was that high school? I think I remember that.
It was in middle school.
I do remember.
I went around saying, "I'm that man."
I do remember that. Mine, I was a Jedi when I was like in 3rd grade. That was cool. I wore like an old karate gi.
Back when you could grow hair.
Back when I could grow hair. Yeah, I shaved this when I was 20. Yeah, I wore a gi and had a little like one of those like big heavy plastic lightsabers that you and your siblings would fight with, and someone would get hit in the fingers, and then they start crying. You say, "You can do it to me. You can do it to me. You can do it to me." But you never want them to do it to you. Of course not. Say, "Don't tell Dad. Don't tell Dad." Tech guy, what was your favorite Halloween costume you dressed as?
Last year I dressed up as a cowboy, but it was a really bad costume. So,
Yeehaw! Yeah. No, so let me know in the comments. What is your favorite Halloween costume? What's your favorite part of Halloween? I imagine if you have kids, it's better because then you're not just again dressing up like a slut or an idiot and just because men have their version of this too, the lazy Halloween, where it's just like they wear a Space Jam jersey or a semi-pro jersey and I'm a basketball player. Say, no, you're an idiot. You dumb fucking mouth breather. All right. So, like I said, let us know in the comments. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. The Unorthodox Podcast. I hope you liked it. Have a good weekend. It's supposed to come out at the beginning of the week, but whatever. Go Notre Dame. I'm going there this weekend. You see me. Let me know. You won't.
No one will.
I just realized this is the first show we filmed. I should have addressed that. Whatever. Ladies and gentlemen, keep it unorthodox. And that's what we do. Roll clip. End show. Fuck. Okay, yeah. We'll cut this out. All right, that's it.